Hey YouTube, Shelka04 here. Today, unfortunately, there was a mass shooting in Orlando. I want to talk to you about that. Here we are 18 hours after the fact, and already the vilification of guns, gun ownership, and gun owners has begun. And I put to you the idea that this would have still happened whether a gun was involved or not. And the reason I say that is because what took place in Boston involved pressure cookers, no guns. So there you have that. What took place at the first World Trade Center attack in '94 involved no guns. It was fertilizer and fuel oil, also known as ANFO. What took place in Oklahoma City involved no guns. It was, again, ANFO and a rental truck. So you don't need a gun to be a terrorist. I mean, there was a situation in New York City a few years back where some idiot loaded up a minivan with propane tanks and tried to set that off in the middle of Times Square. And fortunately, he was caught before he was able to do any damage or kill any individuals. But what I put to you is the idea that if guns are outlawed, and I think it's a little late for that, and the cat has been let out of the bag, and you're not gonna back away from that one. If a terrorist wants to commit a terroristic act, they will still do it, whether they're using propane bottles, or whether they're using a vehicle, or whether they're using some sort of aircraft that they commandeered, civil or commercial, or if they're using some sort of kitchen cookware. Given enough time and the internet, you can find something that you can turn into something that will kill someone. What I propose, or what I think the problem is, or what I put out there, is the idea that the problem is the policy. First off, we've become too politically correct, unfortunately, to be, to be able to guarantee the safety of people inside our country. And by that I mean, political correctness implies that you can't go up and ask somebody to see their papers, because you may run the risk of being accused of stereotyping based on racial or some other discriminatory factor. So we shy away from raising questions about people who we think may be a problem, and we sort of bury our heads in the sand. So be it. I mean, I've done a lot of traveling as a kid, traveled all around the world many times. And, when you stand out in a country and some guy walks up to you from the military or the police or what have you and asks to see your paperwork, there you have it. You hand him your passport and you go on your merry way. Here, that's considered racial profiling. Now, the other thing that's problematic or worth discussing is the fact that the SWAT team this morning sat outside of that nightclub for 3 hours. My question is this: how many people inside who were initially wounded died during those 3 hours? And where else in the world, in a situation like this, if this happens, does the law enforcement sit outside with their thumbs up their asses for 3 hours? It's unprecedented. It's unheard of. It's absurd. What happens elsewhere is the problem is identified and they go storming in. They don't sit around and eat donuts and talk about what the hell, who the hell is going to come and offer support or wait for the media or whatever. I don't know what you do in 3 hours. It's absurd. Well, I guess I do know what you do in 3 hours. You sit there and you wait for people to die inside. And that's unfortunately what happened today. But, again, getting back to my initial thought or comment, if this guy went in there, if he didn't have a gun when he went in there, he could have parked a propane truck, a propane delivery truck that he stole next to the building and leveled that building, if not the whole neighborhood. And if you think I'm lying, Google propane leak explosion and you'll see spots that, if you look at the images, you'll see greasy spots that were locations where houses used to be. Propane is a hell of an explosive and readily available. I mean, you don't find them looking to license or control that, unfortunately. Anyway, if you have any thoughts or questions, I welcome it. Again, it's unfortunate that this happened today, but I don't think the solution is, as I said, vilifying gun owners or gun ownership. This would have happened regardless. Again, welcome your comments. If you would, please subscribe to my channel, and we'll talk to you later. Shelka04 out. Thank you.